Hi, this is Girl 4, and here is my PacMan the Ghostly Adventures rant. It's just that there's this new show that's going to be coming out, and I've seen it, and I like to share my thoughts on it with you guys, because, it's a good show. And believe it or not, Disney is going to be having a new show, and it's of PacMan. Yes, I'm not pulling your guys' strings. The show is about PacMan. And like I mentioned before, the show will be called PacMan the Ghostly Adventures. And it's basically about Pac-Man, how he's saving his city from the ghosts, because, ghosts are bad and crap. Okay, now here are my few reasons on why I dislike this show. I don't dislike it entirely, but there's my few reasons. Number one, the voices. Even though most of the voices are somewhat normal, there's one voice that is really rubbing me the wrong way. And that voice is Pac-Man. Speaking of characters, I found out that Pinky actually sounds similar to Rainbow Dash. She has kind of a high voice, so it kind of reminds me of Rainbow Dash in a way. Even though I'm not really sure Ashley Bell would voice her, but you never know, it could be her. Kind of funny that she sounds like Rainbow Dash and she has the name of Pinky. Kind of funny. Anyways, forget freaking talking about Pinky, but here's my rant against Pac-Man. For anyone who doesn't know, you would probably think that Pac-Man would sound like a dude, right? Because, he is Pac-Man. The problem is that he sounds like a kid, a boy, and there's a huge problem with it. Not only does he sound like a kid, but he sounds really annoying. His voice is just really, really annoying. It's like, that Ben 10, it kind of sounds like that, only it's 10 times more annoying. It basically sounds like that, and I really don't like it. Okay, here's my first reason. Number one, the voice sounds really annoying. Number two, if Pac-Man was a kid, then in my opinion, it wouldn't make any sense. If Pac-Man was any age, I think it would make a lot of sense for Pac-Man to be in the age of 18. The only reason why I think this is because, Pac-Man eats a lot. He eats all the ghosts. He eats all the food. He eats everything. And, there's a certain age when a boy eats a junk load. And that's around 18. Around 18, most males eat a lot. And I mean a lot. Heck, my mom, guys eat so much at that age that I have an 18-year-old guy friend named Jonathan, and my mom barely invites him over because of how much he eats. It's kind of hard to have an extra mouth to feed, because he eats so much. Because that's true, guys at that age eats. Well, the main reasons why he barely even comes is because he keeps flaking on us, but that's beside the point. Because, that's how guys are. At 18, they eat a lot. And since Pac-Man eats a lot, I honestly think that it would make lots of sense for him to be around the age of 18. Which is why I don't like that he's like a kid. Because he sounds like a 12-year-old kid and he sounds really annoying. Which is why, in my opinion, I don't really like that. Okay, we already covered that. I know it's really itchy. Alright, we already covered that. Now we're going to cover something else. Number two, his design. For everyone who doesn't know, they redesigned Pac-Man. And yes, I know that because when I got a new Pac-Man game, he looks slightly different. So I already knew his new design. But the more I look at it, the more I feel as if it's ripping off a certain character. And that character that I feel that it's ripping off is Sonic the Hedgehog. You must be wondering, how could Pac-Man be ripping off Sonic? Well, I'll give you some explanations. Okay, look. Guys, I know that guys that work at PacMan, I know that Pac-Man's design is way too simplistic because all it really is this, and you're trying to make it look cooler and not just this. But still, you don't have to rip off like freaking Sonic. And here's why I think he rips off Sonic. The reason why I think the new Pac-Man design rip off Sonic is because he has red shoes and gloves. And I feel as if that's ripping off Sonic, because Sonic has red running shoes and gloves, and that's a total rip off of Sonic. And you must be wondering, oh, that's one little slight coincidence. Pac-Man is totally not ripping off Sonic. That's what I thought. But then I saw his new game, and in his new game it was called Pac-Man Dash, and you would like run a lot and run to get all the ghosts. And when I was running, I thought of another certain character that also run really fast, and that was Sonic. And since he runs like that, he's like totally ripping off Sonic. Not only that, but sometimes, like for a split second or two, he curls up into a little ball, and that's also ripping off Sonic. So in my opinion, that's a total rip-off of Sonic. And you can get why. It's just totally ripping off Sonic, in my opinion. And that's part of the reason why. And not only that, it seems as if Disney's ideas are just becoming more and more unoriginal. I'm not bashing Disney here, but okay. First, they make a movie about, like, they knew that the Cars thing is going downhill, so they make a movie about planes. And then they make a movie about a snail that's racing. And now Pac-Man. What's next? Angry Birds, the series? Animal Crossing, the series? Okay, even though Animal Crossing might suck, the Angry Birds series actually sounds like a pretty good idea. But yeah, it's just my opinion on it, on the whole Pac-Man thing. And I honestly think that maybe if they made Pac-Man an 18-year-old, the series would have been a lot better and probably would have made a lot more sense. And I also feel as if that maybe they should have made it more original. I don't know, maybe if they just take off the boots and the gloves, and I wouldn't feel as if he's ripping off Sonic. It's just my opinion. Like, sure, you can give him boots, but just giving him gloves just totally makes me think of Sonic, so I really don't think they should do that. That's really about it. And this was a rant based off the Pac-Man and the Ghostly Adventures. That's really it. Bye.